What happens when one floating city carrying 5,000 to 8,000 people suddenly arrives in a town built for only a few thousand residents? Cruise ships bring billions of dollars into local economies, but they also bring traffic, overcrowding, and growing pushback from residents. Today, we're talking about how cruising impacts major port cities, why some destinations are limiting visitors, and what this means for travelers in the future. Hey everyone, welcome back to Travel Scoop with Robin. This is part 3 of a 3-part series of current news affecting the cruise industry. Policies, laws, and cruise rules change often, so always verify important details directly with your cruise line or a qualified professional. Let's start with the positive side because cruise tourism is a huge business. Globally, cruise tourism creates massive economic activity. Recent industry estimates show cruising generates $168 billion in worldwide economic impact and supports 1.6 to 1.8 million jobs. That includes everyone from our tour guides and taxi drivers to restaurants, hotels, transportation companies, port workers, and local vendors. While we're in our port cities, cruise passengers spend money on shore excursions, restaurants and bars, souvenirs, transportation, hotels before and after the cruise, attending local attractions and museums. Home ports benefit even more because travelers often fly in early. They book hotels, use rideshare, dine locally, shop the tour port city before boarding. Take Seattle, for example. Its cruise industry generated more than $1 billion in regional economic impact in 2025, and it supports thousands of jobs. For many Caribbean islands and smaller destinations, cruise tourism is one of the biggest economic drivers that they have. But as modern cruise ships keep getting larger and larger, where some ships carry over 6,000 passengers, not including the crew, imagine 4 large ships arriving at the same time. That is a huge challenge for some ports to navigate when too many people arrive at one time. Suddenly, a port city could see 20,000 or more visitors flood their streets, beaches, shops, and attractions, as well as all the transportation accommodations that are needed. Because in many port cities, you are only there for a few short hours, so cities experience huge surges of people all at once instead of it being spread out throughout the day. And for the residents of the port city, that means traffic congestion, longer lines everywhere, strain on the public transportation, noise, and crowding. And because of the overcrowding concerns, some destinations are starting to fight back, or at least slow the congestion. Some are starting to limit how many ships can dock at a time, which significantly alters the travel logistics and itineraries for popular destinations worldwide. In Juneau, Alaska, a city with roughly 32,000 residents, cruise passenger numbers exploded to more than 1.6 million annual visitors. The city responded by creating agreements that can cap their daily passenger arrivals to about 16,000 visitors on many days and fewer on Saturdays. Barcelona has also announced plans to reduce cruise capacity by cutting their amount of terminals and limiting how many passengers can be processed at one time because of current concerns of overcrowding and quality of life for its residents. Other destinations, including places like Santorini and Venice, have explored visitor caps, taxes, or restrictions to better manage tourism flow. The goal isn't to stop tourism, but to balance it. Cities want and need tourist dollars, but they also want its residents to still enjoy living there. So what does all this mean for us as travelers? A few things will probably become more common, which are higher port taxes and fees, ships arriving at staggered times, more alternative ports being added to itineraries, and excursions selling out faster. As a cruiser, we can also help by supporting the local businesses, visiting during shoulder seasons, exploring beyond crowded port areas, and respecting the local communities. Because sustainable tourism isn't just good for destinations, it helps preserve the places that we love to visit. Cruise ships create jobs, support businesses, and fuel local economies, but they also create real challenges for the communities hosting millions of visitors each year. The future of cruising may not be fewer cruises, it may just simply be smarter cruising. So what do you think? Should port cities limit cruise ships, or is tourism too important to restrict? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love cruise tips, travel planning, honest travel discussions, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because there's always more travel scoop coming your way. Thank you. Have a great day.